Hello guys, so today we're going to talk about footprinting and scanning, and we're going to talk about the mapping of a network under footprinting and scanning, why we need to map a network, port scanning, ping, tools, various tools we can use like the F-ping, the Wireshark. I'm going to illustrate that on my Kali environment, differences between TCP and UDP, types of port scanning, sniffing, and how does a sniffing work. Now, maps Mapping a network just simply means the process of discovering all the entries linked to a particular network. Let's say, for example, a company asks for a penetration tester, and the pen tester runs several tests to create a comprehensive map of a network. So the first thing the penetration tester needs to do is to gather the information about the devices, the components, and the connection that is going on within that network. Then thereafter, a network scan is going to be carried out to identify the IP address, the open ports, and the services that are running on that device. SMP could be carried out to share information about their status, configuration, and performance of the system or the network. What is ping? Now, ping refers to the utility, or rather, ping refers to a network utility used to test the reachability and responsiveness of an host on a network. And also, ping can be used to send packets to a target device, and when the target is being sent, when the packet is being sent to that device, so it's going to wait for a response. So it's just like more like saying you give someone something, and what you'll be expecting in return from that person is a thank you. So that's giving somebody something is called the packet, and you expecting something from that person, maybe a response from the person, thank you, is called is the response from that person or that individual. Now, ping is used to diagnose network connectivity issues that are running and to measure the latency between two devices on a network. It is also used for troubleshooting of network problems, identifying congestion, and determining whether a host or a device is up and running. We have what we call ICMP. So ICMP stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. And ICMP is a device within a network that is used to communicate problems with data transmission. And ICMP can be used to determine if a data is getting to its destination at the right time. And it can also be used for creating of errors that can go from receiving device to a sending device. It can also be used as a diagnostic tool to assess a network performance. What is port scanning? So port scanning is Port scanning is the process of sending packets to a specific port on the host and analyzing responses to identify vulnerabilities. Port scanning can just simply mean a technique is used used in computer networking to discover which network ports on a target system are open and could be receiving or sending data. We have various tools used in port scanning. We have the F-ping, we have the Wireshark and the Nmap, but today I'm going to illustrate only on two of the tools, which are the F-ping and the Wireshark. So what is F-ping? F-ping, um it is used for uploading of IP address range, and it allows you to filter those results by address type, active or inactive host, and the DNS records. So it just if you type F-ping on your terminal, F-ping and the IP address you want to ping or you want to send packet to. So it's going to indicate whether that IP is active at that particular time or is inactive at that particular time. So let me illustrate it on my Kali environment. So let's say I have mapping of this. So yeah, it's saying that it's unreachable, that the IP is currently unreachable because obviously the IP is not up. This IP is the IP of my Ubuntu server, which I created for a particular project, and same as this one, but they are not up. So that is why it's showing you it's unreachable right now because I've not opened it. I've not initialized the I've not initialized the server. So that is why it's showing it's unreachable. So we have another tool called Wireshark. And now what is Wireshark used for? Wireshark is used for capturing, analyzing, and troubleshooting network traffic in real time. And it is also an open source tool, network sniffing tool. Wireshark can be called a sniffing tool as well, which is specific to design to attack data packet during a transmission over a network. Wireshark, it can be used to analyze a network packets. It can also be used for troubleshooting different issues, which are also used by different engineers to test whether the network device is acceptable to an attack. And it is also used to check malicious and hacking possibilities on the network. So let me enter my terminal and explain further. So right now, the command for accessing Wireshark, you can access the Wireshark in various ways. Either you download the app on your system and you just send the packet, or you come through the terminal and input the command called Wireshark. And once you input the command called Wireshark, the app automatically comes up for you and you can start your communication. So as you can see, the app is coming up. So this ET0 is currently my network. That is currently my Wi-Fi connection. This ET0, and it's a traffic on the network that is present. So it's usually present. This is, as you can see, this is my address of my IP of my Wi-Fi. So it's currently active. So So yeah, the packet, it represents the transaction that has been made on my network through the internet. So I don't know why that was wasting time. So let me try another post. So basically this search bar is usually used to search about for a particular protocol. As you can see now, this protocol that is displaying is the ICMP version 6. So what does then this um particular area talks about the different details, the different information about the transaction that has been made. So when the so this place talks about the transaction that has been made on the network through the internet, and this talks about it represent the raw data of the information. So we have the TCP, differences between the TCP and the UDP. Now, the TCP is connection-oriented protocol, which means that it established a reliable connection between the sender and the receiver. While the UDP is a connectionless protocol, which means that it does not establish any form of connection before sending data. So we have various types of port scanning. We have the open ports, we have the closed ports, and the filter port. The open port indicate the target. The open port indicate the target server. The open port indicate the target server or network is actively accepting connection and has responded with a packet that indicates it is listening. While the closed ports indicate that the server or network received the request, but there is no service listening on that port. A closed port is still accessible and can be useful in showing that a host on an IP address. Then while a filter port, it indicates that the request packet was sent, but the host did not respond and is not listening. So the filter port can sometimes be can either be opening or closed ports. And it simply means that the request packet was filtered out by a firewall. So what is sniffing? So sniffing is the process of monitoring and capturing all the packet passing through a given network using a sniffing tool. It also refers to unauthorized intercepting and capture of network traffic or data packets as they travel across the network. How does sniffing work? Sniffing works whereby an attacker uses a specialized software tool called the packet sniffer to capture data packets that are being transmitted over a network. So those data are once those data are captured, the the data packets are then analyzed to extract valuable information such as the email contents, the login credentials, and some other things. The captured information can be exploited for various malicious purposes, such as an unauthorized access to the system, financial fraud, and other cyber security. And this packet sniffing can occur on both wired and wireless network. Thank you.